Welcome to the latest Motley Fool scoreboard. I'm on in Chocovaloo, and we've got longtime fools Dan Gaplinger and Toby Bordelon giving a 1 to 10 rating to Moneyball Rec and the rare company that's managed to stay relevant for a century. It's IBM, ticker symbol IBM. Rate the strength of IBM's business, including factors like industry and competition. A 10 is invincible. A 1 is hopeless. Dan's at a 7. Toby, you're also at a 7.
Yeah, as you noted, Anon, unlike some other old school computing companies, IBM is still relevant today, providing software solutions, including AI, because you got to have AI, enterprise hardware, infrastructure, consulting services too, right, to its customers. The transformation from that legacy hardware company to a cloud and AI-focused consulting and software business has been relatively successful, I would say. So that's why they're a 7 for me. Things are going well. But hard to go higher than that given the competition. They are going up against the giants here, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, those guys.
Yeah, I get that. I went with 7 as well, but I see a lot of room for improvement. It took them forever to finally get their transition made, but now that they are moving forward in the AI direction, I think that, we're really only getting started in what Big Blue could turn into, and maybe even potentially join those giants that you were talking about, given enough time.
IBM's the official Hollerith card provider of the Chocovaloo household, and we're thinking of upgrading to the AI suite. For management, a 10 is Warren Buffett, a 1 is Homer Simpson. Both of you have 8s this time, Toby.
Yeah, I like what CEO Arvind Krishna has done to refocus and pivot the business recently. He has overseen some impressive return to growth, and the stock price this year especially reflects that. So, guys, he was appointed CEO right before COVID hit, and he took over right after it hit. So, imagine that, right? Here you go, great job, and boom, this happens, right? But he did a good job. He did a very solid job steering the company through all that turmoil and the following economic boom times that came after.
Definitely deserves the 8 because so many past IBM CEOs really whiffed on doing the things that Krishna's managed to do successfully. And really, I just think, our IBM had the talent. They have the innovative spirit. For some reason, Krishna's been able to unlock that in a way that past CEOs have not, and deserves plenty of credit for that.
For financials, a 10 is a fortress, a 1 is yikes. Dan, you're at a 6. Toby, you're at a 7.
Yeah, that is higher than I would like to see. And that's the real problem here when you look at the financial situation. That could be an anchor if the economy stumbles. So it's something that you really need to watch with IBM. But the revenue growth is fine. I think the cash flow is reasonable. So, income statement, cash flow statement, fine. Balance sheet, some work to do there.
Yeah, I'm a little bit less charitable on the growth side. I really want to see more growth in what has been really a high growth period for technology more broadly. Also, IBM, I think that the high levels of debt, the relatively low levels of cash on the balance sheet makes it harder for IBM to look at the huge investments necessary to take advantage fully of the AI opportunity. You also see a little bit less share repurchase activity than you do from the bigger tech companies, and so that's not quite as shareholder friendly as well.
All right, Dan, let's talk valuation. Let's see if you want to be buying IBM stock over the next 5 years and how safe it is. Keeping in mind a 10's a sure thing, a 1's a lottery ticket.
You bet. So I went with my typical, folks who watch this show know, 5 to 10% is my typical 5-year return. I'm going to be at the high end of that, and I gave a safety score of 8 because I think that we're seeing a lot of tailwinds in technology. I see plenty of room for multiple winners in the scenario. So just because NVIDIA might be doing extremely well doesn't mean that IBM can't do well as well. In addition, I don't think that IBM's downside is particularly large. I think it's limited by the fact that investors don't quite have the confidence that they have in some of its rivals. As long as it avoids another big misstep, I think that it's a relatively safe play at this point.
Yeah, 5 to 10% for me as well on the returns. The growth rates are coming down a little bit, and I don't see that changing in the near to medium term. On safety, I went with a 7. The business is strong, but at the end of the day, the competition here is just too intense for me to rate this one any higher on safety. They have a lot of strong players that they're going up against.
Thank you to Toby and to Dan. They've given IBM a decent overall score of 6.8 out of 10. Not bad for a centenarian. Look out for a new scoreboard every market day at 7 p.m. Eastern. Next up is Royal Caribbean. Till then, Fool out.
It's like a rodeo. It's you ride it for 8 seconds and then you're done. Then the bell goes off and the clown
Right.
comes out.